We know over the last year, because of the pandemic, the city reduced its reliance on shelters and increased its reliance on commercial hotels. But on this winter night, we do not have any specifics on the number of shelter beds to get the street homeless away from the cold weather.
Tucked away inside a ground-level windowsill on Park Avenue in Harlem, partially exposed to the biting cold, Julio is holding his own by choice.
Why not go to a shelter?
My anxiety, I guess.
Your anxiety?
Thursday night's forecast calls for temperatures in the low 20s, dipping into the teens by early Friday morning. Conditions that traditionally would send thousands of street homeless into shelters. Even homeless New Yorkers like Julio, who prefer to be out on the street.
You don't like the shelters?
No, just around groups of people in general, I guess.
But many of those shelters are now either not taking new residents or have reduced capacity due to the coronavirus pandemic. We did find a Bowery Residents Committee vehicle parked around the corner from Julio. BRC is one of several organizations working with the city to conduct homeless outreach, including during these code blue conditions when it's dangerously cold outside. Jacqueline Simone is a senior policy analyst at the Coalition for the Homeless.
Particularly this year, we are very concerned that people might freeze to death because many of the drop-in centers where people might have previously gone to get some comfort and some rest from the cold winter weather have reduced their capacity. Many people are afraid to enter congregate shelters out of fear of contracting the coronavirus.
A spokesperson for the city's Department of Homeless Services sent us a lengthy statement which reads in part, quote, "Our outreach teams continue to be out across the 5 boroughs, implementing best practices, latest health guidance, and code blue protocols whenever appropriate, as they engage unsheltered New Yorkers and encourage them to accept services." The other reality of the city's ever-worsening homeless crisis is on display in this single windowsill, even on this cold night. There are going to be holdouts like Julio.
After a while,
So we received this long statement from DHS. It went into length about what it has done over the years, but no specifics about what's happening tonight. And sure, there are homeless men and women who, in this cold weather over the last several years that I've been covering this crisis, when approached, they will go into a shelter because it is this cold. I just walked over to Julio a couple minutes ago to ask him if anyone has approached him tonight from the city. He said no. In Harlem, Jay Dow, Pix 11 News.